Welcome everyone back to another exciting episode of Talk 122 with your superintendent, Dr. Terrell Yarbrough. With me, we have a couple of guests here who are going to help me share with you all some exciting news. And so first I'm going to have you two introduce yourselves and then we'll go from there.
I am Josh Aurand. I'm Assistant Superintendent for Business and Operations.
And I am Shelly Wagner. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources.
All right. So we have a new health clinic, right?
Yes.
And so where I want to start with you two is some easy questions so we can kind of ease into some more difficult ones. I'm going to push you a little bit, maybe even some embarrassing ones as well, but we shall see. All right. So can either one of you tell me, like, how long have you been working on this process to get a health clinic here at Harlem?
Sure. So long term, we've been looking at this for over 10 years, but kind of in the short term, it's been the last couple years that we've been more intensely looking at it as a real option. So the board approved us to put the clinic in the CTE edition a few years ago. So that's been complete and we're excited about that progress.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, to watch it go from an idea and then to concept and then working with the board and architects to make it into a real project and now a real clinic has been amazing.
Okay, perfect. And so when we think about the clinic and we think about, when it comes to my mind is, seeing my doctor and setting appointments and things like that. So can you talk a little bit about how that process will look for employees?
Sure. So the district has partnered with Marathon Health, and so the clinic will house an MD, an RN, and an MA within there. And so they'll offer a wide variety of different services that they can do: wellness screenings, primary care visits, urgent care visits, and then other lab draws and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and as long as you're covered in the under the health plan for Harlem School District with Blue Cross Blue Shield, you're eligible to come to the clinic.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that.
That's awesome. And so from Dr. Wagner, from your perspective, being Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, right?
Yeah.
Like how do you view the clinic, helping staff?
Oh, I think it's an amazing tool.
Okay.
We have so many staff, they may not be feeling well during the day. And instead of trying to call up their normal provider, try to get into an appointment same day, next day, it's difficult for them. And now we'll have our own clinic right here, just servicing our staff.
Okay.
So when you have any kind of need at all, you can either go on your phone and use the app, go on your computer, use their portal there, give them a call, or stop by. And you can make that appointment and you can get in same day, next day, 5 minutes or less wait most times. And you get a lot of time with your provider here too.
Perfect.
Yeah, where it's not in and out. It's good quality time.
Okay. All right. And so Mr. Aurand, when you think of Marathon, because up until the time that we actually decided to go with Marathon, I really didn't know, anything about Marathon. So you can kind of tell the audience a little bit about what went into, a couple of things that went into us choosing Marathon, and then why you were excited.
Yeah, we did a pretty extensive selection process or RFQ process to bring in vendors and really see which one fits the needs of Harlem the most. And going through that process and interviewing vendors, we did pick Marathon, and Marathon runs the City of Rockford's clinic in town here. So they have a ton of clinics that they oversee, and this is what they do for their industry. So they're really experienced with that.
Okay.
So.
All right. And then, so Dr. Wagner, when you hear Marathon, what are your thoughts? 'Cause you were part of the process.
Yeah. So when I hear Marathon, I hear, thank goodness we went with that choice, because I was part of those discussions too. It was our number one choice. They had the best interface for our staff to use when they come on board. They had robust research behind them, and we checked their references extensively. Okay. So I was really confident with them that they would do a great job for us. And so I was really excited when they were ultimately chosen. Okay.
All right. So now let's have a little fun, right? So the ultimate question that I want to ask as to both of you is, because you obviously you have your wife works in the district, correct? And then also you have kids that are in the district, right? And so when you think about utilizing, the healthcare clinic, how does that look for your family?
Sure. No, I think this is going to be a huge asset, not only to my family, but for everyone. Because, since we've known this clinic is coming, there's been so many times where someone's sick, or I think to myself, it would be so much more convenient to go to this clinic. So looking forward to that ease of access too. I often hear from people who know the clinic's coming that, and we heard it today from someone, that they called their primary care and it was 5 months until they could get in and get a visit. So that ease of access, the longer appointments, and I think we should break the important news that the clinic will open in the first half of December.
Yeah.
So it's coming soon.
All right.
Perfect. So you beat me to the punch.
Sorry.
I was ready to tee that up, but you got it, and that's good. So you're thinking December, early December, mid-December? So okay. So
Early to mid-December, yeah.
Okay. So look for that exciting news. Our communications person, Dr. Jason Blume, will be getting some things out. They'll be coming from his office, and that'll be some excitement there. And so piggybacking off of what Mr. Aurand just said, for you, Dr. Wagner, so you don't have kids in the district, right? But you have a dependent, right? And you have dependents, your husband, and so do you think, as far as your family utilizing the clinic, how do you think that might work?
Oh, 100%. It's going to happen.
I'm just putting you on the spot.
It's
now.
just going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. In fact, I'll let you in on a little secret.
Okay.
Today,
Ooh.
today, Josh and I were checking out the interface.
Okay.
And I actually registered my account already on the online portal.
Oh man.
I have the preview mode.
So you're already there.
Oh yeah, and it was simple. It was easy. How you sign up for appointments, we went through that. It's just like that.
Okay.
Less than 5 minutes, and you're in.
I'm gonna need you to run me through that then.
I sure will.
Because I'm not on there yet. So
super easy.
Okay. All right. So last question for the both of you. And then too, if you have any other things you want to add, that's fine as well. But I always end with this question. First, I'm going to start with you. Who's your favorite person in the district?
Obviously, it's you, Dr. Yarbrough. Come on.
What, the 4 years we've been doing this? I
Yes.
usually get that a couple times. So,
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
for sure.
I love it. Yeah.
My answer has not changed, and that is my wife.
That's a good answer.
I was
Aurand.
thinking he may change that just because we're here and that peer pressure. But if you know Mr. Aurand, he doesn't buckle with peer pressure, so that's good. So anything else you two will get out there to the audience about the healthcare clinic?
I think this is just a really valuable asset to the district and this community, and the goal is to make this a low to no cost option for people and give people a better level of healthcare for no cost.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And I want to say, I'm going to make it my primary doctor, because just for ease of access, easy communication, all of that. It's right next door. Definitely going to make it my primary. And even if you're not interested in making it your primary, go ahead and check it out anyway. If you're not feeling well, you just want to stop in, you just want to meet the doctor, check it out, because you might want to make it your primary too.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both for coming on, and we're all excited and can't wait for the opening of the clinic.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to our Talk 122 Healthcare Clinic edition. I have two more guests to introduce you to. So we're going to start right with you, your name and position in the district.
Sure. I'm Diana Disch, and I'm the wellness coordinator for the school district.
Okay. And your partner here?
Jason Blume, Assistant Superintendent for Communications and Community Relations.
All right. Well, thank you two for being on. And so I'm going to start with a couple of easy questions again, like the two previous guests, for you both to kind of ease into it. So first with you, Diana, with your position within the district, and kind of talk a little bit about, just some of the activities, that you coordinate to help us, including myself, try to maintain some healthiness, even though I don't always listen like I'm supposed to. But in relations to that, tell the audience a little bit about how you see the clinic working with individuals being healthy.
Absolutely. So my role is basically encouraging healthy habits, if not confirming them with what anybody is doing. In addition to that, whether it's through physical nutrition or stress management, financial management. There's also a component of our wellness program with preventative health screenings. So by doing the health screenings, our belief is that it would minimize any health risks if we can detect them earlier. So with that, there's the requirement of that and coordinating that aspect, reminding of deadlines, and making sure that the supporting documentation is also received. And there's education with regards to that and helping staff members understand how to look for them and the documentation in their medical chart, understanding that U of E's with how insurance is processing claims, because that can impact financial health as well.
Absolutely.
With regards to the clinic and integrating the wellness program with that and having an on-site clinic, I hear a lot of feedback from staff where they have difficulty getting in for appointments. Or a primary care may cancel an appointment and it's 2 weeks before the deadline. So what do we do? So that and any the opportunity to be able to establish care with the primary care, because there's a lot of our staff that don't have a primary care physician.
Wow, and that's and when you say that, it definitely takes me back, because before my wife and before she encouraged me to to have a primary care physician, I really didn't have one.
Yeah.
I saw a doctor when I needed to, and that was it. And honestly, too, when you mentioned like the biometric screenings and things of that nature, until Harlem, I didn't even do it unless my doctor told me to. And so by you initiating the program and reminding me, in addition to other staff members, to keep up with that, it's been helpful, for me in monitoring that. So I appreciate that. And can you believe, everyone, before this interview, she told me she would be nervous getting on camera? Not at all. You just rattled that off. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Blume, talk to us a little bit about, yourself. And obviously, you've been on before, right? But in this particular situation, you're going to be tasked with communicating all of this out, right? And so the things that our families are going to be getting, information about the clinic. So can you talk about your role in that?
Yeah, absolutely. This is something that we've been working on for many years, and something that we're super excited about. As somebody that's formerly a health teacher in the district, somebody that's been with our joint wellness committee for over 10 years, this is something that we've been building up to as we've been establishing and developing our wellness committee and furthering our wellness program that we offer for our staff. Like, this has been kind of the natural next step, and really providing the services that our families, our staff, their dependents need. And so, we're excited just to get this thing open and to be able to share and talk about what the conveniences are, what our staff will benefit from in participating in this. And so, it's super easy for us to be able to communicate stuff like this, because it's just really about making people aware. But I think the big thing that's going to help us is, as our staff utilize that word of mouth, like, we know that this is going to be a great benefit. We know that as our staff engage with the staff of the clinic, and they have extra time with these people, they have this convenience, they have the ease of access, all of these things, that word of mouth is going to travel, and it's just going to communicate for itself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I appreciate you saying all that. And on a side note, everyone, I forgot that you was a health teacher in the district.
Yep.
And for a few years there, Dr. Blume was my accountability partner. And it just didn't really work out that way, like I thought it was. But
I was a terrible accountability partner. He didn't hold me accountable. Maybe this will be the magic thing. This doctor will be the one that will help us. So.
Absolutely, I love it. And so, Diana, for you personally, what makes you most excited about us getting to this point?
Just having that access of care. Because in our community, we've had a shortage of providers. And so just to be able to have that access and to know that even the acute appointments and opportunities are there when you're not feeling well. And you don't have to take time out to go somewhere else. And for me, for what I do in my role, to be able to have, I'm excited to have the wellness program integrated with the health clinic, because it's just, I've been in healthcare for 20 years prior to coming to the district. So knowing that there's quality of care coming in for our staff, and it speaks volumes for what we as a district is investing in our staff and our community. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you for that.
It's exciting.
And staying with you, real quick, because you were a part of the process in picking Marathon, right? So we want to give shout out to Marathon in the partnership. What made you want to choose Marathon over other providers that you know about?
They spoke very passionately about the quality of care for their district, their staff, the individuals that they're working with, and work for them. And just being able to have their background and how it's worked for their district and the communities that they've worked with through their clinics. Okay. It's great and exciting to be able to work with somebody and partner with somebody who has that experience and knowing how the health clinic would fit into a district.
Absolutely. No, thank you. That's perfect. Man, I couldn't even have said it any better myself. And so then, Dr. Blume, for you, what are you most excited about with the clinic coming?
I think personally, it's just for myself, it's going to be ease of access. And as a father who has daughters that seem to get ear infections like every other week, like having the ability to be able to easily schedule those appointments, make it work around my work schedule, their schedule. I'm excited about that. And then also just for primary care for myself as well and our family. Because as Diana's mentioned, like, there's a shortage. It's difficult to get into see a doctor. And so that convenience is going to be great. I'm also going to appreciate the fact that I'm hoping that this is a relationship I can establish with this doctor and have that opportunity to have, a little bit longer appointments where there can be more conversation. It can be a little bit more supportive of my needs. But just for a district, it's another benefit to me. It's like I've been here for 20 years. Like I love this district, and I think we offer a lot of great things in this district. And this is just kind of one more thing that we can offer our staff, and as a way to kind of support them and help them as they navigate these difficult careers, navigate being an educator and the stress and all of that stuff that comes with that, to be able to have something that hopefully removes a little bit of that for them, and it makes it easier so that when they need that support, when they need to see a doctor, or their dependents need to, it works around their schedule, and they don't have to worry about trying to fit it in or take time off maybe to do that. They can work around their schedule and get in easily. So I think I'm really excited for our staff and the opportunities that will exist with this clinic. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you both, for that. And so you're prepared for this because you've heard it from the last guest. So I'm going to ask you the same question to end everything.
I don't remember who I said last time, so I'll think about that
Who
one.
is Dr. Blume?
Tiffany
your
Aurand.
With no hesitation.
No,
I
I can't say
mean,
that. I can't. She's super. I mean, anybody that can put up with Josh is a saint. So
didn't know we were going to go there in the interview.
No, I will go there. I mean, any chance I can give Josh a hard time, I'm gonna do that. So come back to me, because now I got to think of a new one.
All right.
Well, thanks. I appreciate the pass. Because she is in this room, but not only because of that reason, but I would have to say Shelly, Dr. Wagner.
Okay, all right.
Shelly Wagner.
That's good. She's good. She's good.
Yeah.
We love her. So, all right. So now I'm coming back to you because Diana said it.
That wasn't enough time.
That was it.
It's so hard to narrow that down. Like, I've had the opportunity to work in a lot of buildings in this district and get to know a lot of people. And when I was a health teacher, I pushed my little cart around and made a lot of friendships over the years. And so, man, this is really tough to say.
I like how you're dragging it out.
I am, because I'm trying to think of a good one. I'm pretty fortunate. Like I would say, I'm not going to select one. I'm gonna pick our leadership cabinet. So, Josh, Shelly, Terrell, Mickey, Chris. We got a team that's really strong and really solid under your leadership, and I think we have a lot that we have to do, but I think we have a lot of fun doing that together. And so I'm just going to say HLC, we'll just pretend that that's a person, but it's that team is going to be my thing. That's our Okay. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Same answer.
I can take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So anything else you two want to end with the healthcare clinic? Maybe I didn't ask the question. You want to kind of get it out to the public?
I want to mention one of the other things I'm excited about that we learned about Marathon Health is their ability and their connections and resources to refer patients to specialists in situations that they can't handle in the clinic as a primary care. So we have a segment in our step 2 that focuses on disease management, chronic disease conditions. So that's going to help, whether it's high blood pressure or cholesterol or autoimmune diseases, anything like that. If someone's whether someone's currently dealing with that or not, or managing that part of that with their life, or is not aware that that's something they're working through, that in itself can impact so many different things that they're not aware of in terms of how they may be feeling or symptoms that they may be having. So that's another thing I was excited about.
I'm glad you
Health.
mentioned that. That is cool. That is good.
Yeah.
It's a good resource to have. Thank you. Dr. Blume?
I'm good.
You good?
I made fun of Josh already, so I don't have anything else to say. So.
All right. Well, thank you too, obviously, for being on, and thank our first 2 guests as well. This is a very, and this is my personal belief. This is a very important step for our community, a very important piece for us to be able to take advantage of, and also too, thank you. Next week is Board Appreciation Week, and so thank you to our board for approving this opportunity for our staff and for our families and their dependents. It's definitely something that I hope will stand the test of time, and we shall see, and it'll be a good experience for everyone. So again, thank you for tuning in. I am Harlem. You are Harlem. We are Harlem. Thank you, everyone.